Hey, are you that person that misses that 1 yard putt and leave yourself another 1 yard putt and you 3-putt from 1 yard? Then you come to the right channel.
I can't control pace, I can't control line.
How do I gauge the distance? Now, remember I showed you that 1 second interval putt, okay? Now, I had set up 8 balls on the ground, and I'm going to show you how to hit a 1 yard putt, okay? So I'm going to use that little kind of hole I made as a representative of 1 yard. So this is 1 yard, right about here is exactly 1 yard, or you could say 3 feet. I did it with 1 yard is because it's so much easier to use a golf ball, and it worked out pretty good. When I was teaching young kids how to train them how to gauge distance, this is the way I did it, and it worked so fast and so quickly, and they understood it so quickly that it works for little kids. So I figured it works for adults, and it does. So I've trained this way all my classes, all the professionals that I've taught, everybody, the same system, okay, and it works perfect. Now, I'm going to take my 1 yard stroke, so I'm just going to leave the ball a little bit off to the side. So I'm just going to practice. I'm going to put the ball on the left, near my left instep, keep my hands in front like so, and then I'm just going to take the front of the head of the putter right to where that toothpick is, okay, right there, okay. So I'm going to go tick tock, and then on the front side, I'm just going to go past it just a little bit, okay, with the front edge. So I'm going to go right to there and just past the toothpick there. So I go tick tock, okay. So now I'm going to just try to do that. I'm going to go tick tock, okay. You can just be near there. It won't go that much further or anything. It'll just stay right around there, and then you just go through, and it should be perfect. This is about a stemp meter is about 9. So 1, 2. Okay, so now I'm gonna get here. I'm just gonna go 1, 2, and look at that. It goes exactly past 1 yard and goes right to that spot. So 1 yard is that. So I start out with 2 balls because I want the ball to go past the hole. I don't want it to just stop right at the hole, so I want it to go past. So I start out with 2 balls, and then I just add 1 to it every time. So I put another one for 2 yards. So 2 yards, and then I move the toothpick over to where the finish of the ball is, and do the same thing. So I'll go 1 more step, which is right about here. Okay, and now I'm going to do my 2 yard putt. I'm going to take my practice stroke on the side, go 1, 2. So it's 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, like that. Now, get in front of the ball, and I just do the 1, 2 again. So I go 1, 2, and look at that, 20 inches past. Okay, because I started out, you can do 1 ball for exactly 1 yard, but I want the ball to go past, so I go a little bit past it. Okay, so that's why I want the 2 balls to start out with, and then I go 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, all the way up, and just subtract 1, and then that will be your distance that you want to hit it to. Also, now, how do we gauge the distance? Well, every step, I would just kind of work on taking nice long steps. Back in the past, we didn't have the lasers or anything, and we had to walk our distance off every time. And that's where I got the yard from, because we had to go to the 150-yard marker and then walk it off to the hole. And they still do that on the PGA Tour, but they have the lasers now and everything, and you can use a laser, which is a lot more accurate, and instead of walking it off. So I'm so used to walking off 1 yard, so it's easy for me to walk it off the distance. And everybody says, why don't you use feet? I say, well, feet, it works fine, but if you're inside of 1 yard or with all your putts, you're not going to have too much problem. So it's a lot easier to do with 1 yard, because you just have to make nice steps, and you can figure out the distance that much quicker, okay? And if you try to calculate into feet, and then you try to do feet, then you're going 1 foot at a time, which is too many on the system. It doesn't work, okay? So I did 1 yard, so just try it. It works fine, and I guarantee you this will work everywhere, okay? Now, remember, you don't curve the ball with the putter. the putter will just roll the way you hit the ball. Like I said, if you hit it open, it's going to go to the right. If you close it, it's going to go left. If you have the stroke a little bit inside out, then it's going to go to the right. If you have the stroke, and if you close the face, then it's going to go a little left and inside out, and it's going to go all over the place. Okay, so if you can learn to work on your swing, which is getting your shoulders over the ball and just swinging the proper way, then you will actually start the ball on the line that you want, and then all you have to do is control the distance. Okay. Remember what I always say is that, my goodness, putting is so hard, and if you don't practice it, you're not going to get good at it. So give yourself at least 20-30 minutes every day in your home get yourself a nice putting mat and just work on straight putts, 1 yard, 2 yards. Okay, and just working on that rhythm, 1 2 1 2, and put some balls down or whatever, and just I put toothpicks down, and then I just work on that stroke from that position, and I just keep doing it. Muscle memory will come. It will be in your head, like me. I don't have to think about it anymore. I just go and just do it. Okay, I look at the green, I read, I think it's that position, and then I just trust it, and if it goes the way I want it to go and it has a perfect speed, then it should go in. Sometimes it won't, but is it my fault? Not really. Okay, I tried my best to get it on that line, and it's very difficult to do that, so don't get mad at yourself. Don't think that you're always missing putts because of that. Okay, but if you're close enough on the next shot, then you just go in there, tap it in, and you move on to the next hole. If you keep missing it from 1 yard, then there is a problem maybe with your stroke or your reading, okay, or your speed is wrong. That's what I'm trying to say, is that most of the time your speed is wrong, and that's why you don't make those 1 yard putts as much as you'd like. Okay? So try it, work it, it works perfect, okay? One more tip is that what I would do is, when I set up the balls like this, I would always stand a little bit inside of my shoulder width, like I set up with my hands right over my feet, my toes of my feet. Okay, now I keep it at this length so that it's very easy to set up like this every time. And I place the ball just maybe half a ball inside of my left foot, not from the center. I put it a little bit more closer to my left foot because I want to catch the ball on the upswing a little bit. That will make the ball roll better. And second, now I go like this. I go, oh, okay, let's see. That's 4 there, that's on my instep. So that's about 3 yards here. So I know if I go, my front edge goes to the inside of my right foot, that will be 3 yards. Okay, 3 paces. Okay. The toe, the middle of my toe, or just on the big toe, just outside of it is 4 yards. Maybe outside of my right foot is about a little bit, maybe 7 yards. So there's 7 balls, so 6 yards is outside of my foot. So you can gauge how far you can swing back, and then when you're ready to go, then you set up the same way, and then you go, okay, I want to go 3 yards, I go inside my foot. So I go inside my foot, I just want to know how far I'm going to take it back. So I go 1, 2, and the same thing on the other side. 1, 2. And I work on that all the time, and I tell my students to do it all the time. I tell them to leave something in the beginning on the ground so that you can see it, and then you practice it, and then when you go to the course, you can do it almost exactly the same. Okay, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy it. Hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe, hit the bell, leave me a comment, all that nice thing. Okay, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it.